I'm Gregg Fishman. It's day 3 of the 2012 annual meeting for CSAC. The morning session started off with a great presentation from Mike Staver, a leadership expert who gave a 45-minute presentation on how to lead with courage, even in turbulent times.
The belief that comfort is supposed to be an indicator that your leadership is accurate or effective is completely wrong. This is at the core of what you do every day. This is what you do. This is what your constituents expect. This is what you do. You say, yes, it's uncomfortable. Yes, we're in challenging times. Yes, there's fiscal pressure. That's what I do. I lead people, you, the me, lead people through that discomfort, not trying to make people feel more comfortable with discomfort, but helping them know that real leadership and staying calm is saying, I got to go through the discomfort, and I can lead you through that. I was on an airplane. I fly a lot. In fact, I just got an email from Delta that said, congratulations, you've just exceeded 2.1 million lifetime miles on Delta Airlines. It should have been an in deepest sympathy card, is really what it should have been. One time I was flying on a Delta jet somewhere, I don't remember where it was at night, and I heard, now I don't listen, I don't know about you, but when you fly, do you really listen to those announcements? I mean, you don't really listen. I mean, you just hope that that person walking down the aisle that's big and sweaty doesn't sit next to you. That's what you care about. You don't care about how to fasten a seatbelt. This particular night, though, he got my attention because the captain said this, ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain. I want you to listen right now. I'm like, okay, I'm listening. He said, we're about to fly into some significant turbulence. And he said, it'll be so significant that you're going to feel a significant amount of discomfort. At no time will you be in any real danger, even though you're going to feel like you're in danger. Let me say it again. At no time will you be in any real danger, but it's going to feel that way. It's going to last for about 10 minutes. Between the captain and I, between the co-captain and I, we have about 50 years of flying experience. And so at no time will our skills be tested anywhere near what we're capable of, but you may have questions about that. I want to assure you that you'll be safe at all times. At the end of 10 minutes, we should fly into very beautiful nighttime skies, and all should be well. You might want to tighten up your seatbelt a little. I look at the guy next to me. Pull! About 2 minutes, and I, of course, am rationalizing. I'm like, it can't be that big a deal. And about 2 minutes later, I swear we hit, I felt like we hit a mountain. We were getting thrown all over the sky. We got struck by lightning. I mean, it was bad. That airplane was very quiet, right? And very wet because the drinks were flying everywhere. And I was struck with of course, I'm looking at my watch going, I'm not afraid of flying, but I think a case could be made. About 8 minutes into it, he came back on and he said, it's going to last about 5 more minutes, a little bit longer than I promised. And at the end of about 13 or 14 minutes, we flew into perfectly clear skies. This was what we heard next from the captain. Told you. What? I hugged the guy when I walked off the plane. I said, you are the funniest person. I'm going to make you famous, sir. I will make you famous. He is the perfect example of what I'm talking about when it's about staying calm under pressure. Notice what he didn't do. He didn't tell us, don't worry about it. What did he talk about? He talked about the things that your followers need and you need to have if you're going to lead successfully and stay calm under pressure. Number one, he talked about certainty. He provided some level of certainty that was in the confines of the experience we were about to have. Let me say that again. He provided certainty within the guidelines of reality. He didn't go out and say, well, at least we'll stay in the air, right? He didn't say, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, right? He didn't do any of that. He told us the truth about the circumstances, then he told us the plan, and then he told us the qualifications. And while we didn't dig it, we at least were able to understand it and were able, without like we had a choice to follow him. I told him when I left the airplane, I gave him a card and I said, look, that was the best example of leading people in times of challenge I've ever seen. And I said, how did you feel? He said, I felt exactly like I sound. I felt very calm. I felt very certain. I felt very clear. And he said, that's what I need to communicate to you. He said, and that's why I did what I did.
We try to make our annual meetings fun and exciting, but also informative. And this presentation is just one example of how people are learning real leadership techniques at CSAC's annual meeting.